Sophia and Lucas loved each other loudly. Their love was passionate, intense, and sometimes painful. They were the kind of couple who felt everything deeply. They met in college, where late-night talks turned into late-night walks. And those walks slowly turned into love. Lucas loved Sophia's fire. Sophia loved Lucas's patience. They were different, but somehow they were perfect together. But strong love also brings strong emotions, and sometimes those emotions turn into arguments. That night started like any other. With a small disagreement, words were spoken too fast. Voices grew louder, and the silence between them grew heavier. Neither wanted to lose. But both were hurting. Sophia said things she didn't fully mean. Lucas heard them deeper than she ever intended. He grabbed his jacket. His eyes filled with a mix of anger and sadness. "I need some air," he said. Sophia crossed her arms. "Fine," she replied. Neither of them said what truly mattered. Lucas walked out, and the sound of the door closing echoed for far too long. Sophia sat alone on the couch, her heart racing, but pride kept her silent. Lucas drove through the empty streets, his hands shaking on the steering wheel. His heart felt heavier than his anger as he replayed the argument over and over, every word, every pause. He didn't want the night to end like this. He never did. At a red light, Lucas picked up his phone. His fingers hovered over the screen. Then, he typed the truth he always felt. "I still love you." He took a deep breath and pressed send. Sophia heard her phone buzz. She saw his name light up the screen and read the message. Her heart softened, but her anger hadn't faded yet. "I'll reply later," she thought. "He can wait." She placed her phone face down, not knowing she was placing it on a goodbye. Lucas smiled faintly after sending the message. He felt lighter, like everything would be okay. Rain began to fall, making the road slippery. A sharp turn, bright headlights. A moment that lasted only seconds. Metal screamed, glass shattered, and the world changed forever. Sophia fell asleep angry, unaware that time had stopped for the person she loved. Her phone rang early the next morning. An unknown number, a voice she would never forget. There had been an accident. The voice on the phone was somber, detached. Lucas didn't make it through the night. The words hung in the air, refusing to make sense. Sophia's phone slipped from her hand, clattering to the floor. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic drumbeat of denial. With trembling hands, she picked it up, her thumb hovering over their last conversation. His final message glowed on the screen. "I still love you," sent. Anne answered. Her own reply, typed out just this morning, now felt like a cruel joke. "I love you too," words with nowhere to go. At the funeral, she was a ghost among the living, surrounded by people yet utterly alone. Every fight, every shared laugh, every casual letter she had taken for granted echoed in the silence. Regret became her constant companion, a shadow that clung to her every move. She learned the hardest lesson of all, that silence can be the most deafening sound. Now, every night, she rereads his message. The last piece of him she has left, she whispers her replies into the empty darkness, hoping against hope that somehow he can hear her. Love doesn't always end with a goodbye. Sometimes it ends with an unread message. And Sophia would carry one truth forever. Never, ever leave love waiting. Because sometimes tomorrow never comes. Thanks for listening.